Good morning, this is Shine Matthew. The Rise of Nationalism in Europe, Part 3. Topics of the day: the Revolution of the Liberals, German Unification, Italian Unification, the formation of the United Kingdom, visualizing the nation, nationalism and imperialism. The Revolution of the Liberals. The mid-19th century, Europe witnessed the revolution of the liberals, the poor, unemployed, peasants, and workers. 1848, the middle class revolution in France resulted in abdication of the monarch, introduction of the Second Republic, and given rights to its citizens, especially universal suffrage and right to work. In Germany, Italy, Poland, and Austro-Hungarian Empire region, people demanded for constitutionalism and unification, nation-states, parliamentary principles, freedom of the press, freedom of association. In Germany, political associations were formed by professionals, businessmen, artisans. In Frankfurt, they formed the German National Assembly. The members of the National Assembly marched to Frankfurt Parliament at the Church of St. Paul, demanded for a new constitution and the unification of German states and transformation of the state into a constitutional monarchy. But it was rejected by the King of Prussia, Frederick William IV, and joined by other monarchs, oppressed, elected assembly. Opposition from aristocracy and military eroded the basis of parliament. Troops were called and disbanded the assembly. Women's rights were very controversial in the liberal movement. They formed political associations, founded newspapers, carried meetings and demonstrations. They were denied equal rights, especially voting right. A Frankfurt Parliament, they were seen as observers. 1848, the suppression of liberal movements, the rise of the liberals, resulted in a reconsideration of some of the demands raised by the liberals by the conservatives. They realized that there is a need for change. Concessions being given to liberals. Changes in Central and Eastern Europe in autocratic setup. Serfdom and bonded labor abolished in Habsburg dominion in Russia. More autonomy to Hungarians by 1867. German unification. The mobilization of nationalist sentiments by conservatives for having political dominance. In 1848, they tried to unite German states, especially by middle class, changing or transformation of the confederation into a nation state by having an elected parliament, suppressed by monarchy, military, and large landowners. They were called the Junkers of Prussia. The movement led by Prussia and its chief minister Otto von Bismarck is known as the architect. With the help of army and bureaucracy, they fought 7 years war with Austria, Denmark, and France. 1871 Prussian victory and unification. Prussian King William I as German Emperor at Versailles. 1871 the assembly held. And it's joined by the princes of German states, army representatives, Prussian ministers, including Otto von Bismarck. The assembly held in the Hall of Mirrors in the Palace of Versailles proclaimed the German Empire, and at the same time Kaiser William I of Prussia as the first emperor. But the region witnessed the dominance of Prussian state, the new state with modernized currency, banking, legal, and judicial systems became a model of nation states. Italian unification. Italy had a history of political fragmentation, fragmented as different dynastic states. Multinational Habsburg Empire is an example. Italy was divided into 7 states. The most prominent among these, Sardinia Piedmont, ruled by Italian princely house. The northern side was under the control of Austrian Habsburg Empire. The center under the Pope, southern side dominated by the Bourbon kings of Spain. A language with the variations. By 1830, Giuseppe Mazzini formed Young Italy and tried to unite Italian regions, a united Italian Republic. but God failed in 1831 and 1848. The responsibility of unifying Italian states now rested with Sardinia Piedmont's Emperor Victor Emmanuel II. Unification is for economic development and political dominance, the move led by Chief Minister Count Cavour. Count Cavour was neither a revolutionary nor a democrat, but made tactful alliance with the French and defeated Austria in 1859, joined by Giuseppe Garibaldi, and they succeeded in winning the support in southern Italy, and the kingdom of the Two Sicilies succeeded over Spanish rulers. 1861, Victor Emmanuel II as the King of United Italy. Literate Italians were totally unaware of the liberal nationalist ideologies. Peasants in the southern Italy considered Italia as Natalia, Victor Emmanuel's wife. Next topic is the formation of the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom became a model of a nation state. The formation was a long-term process. The British Isles, primarily constituted by different ethnic groups, English, Welsh, Scot, or Irish. Each region has separate culture and political tradition, but the English nation risen to wield the power and influence. By 1688, the Parliament seized the power from monarchy. The Glorious Revolution forced nation state for the first time. 1707, the Act of Union passed. England and Scotland, the formation of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. But influence on Scotland, the Parliament dominated by English members, suppression of the Scottish culture and identity. Clans of Catholics in Scotland faced repression, especially Scottish Highlanders forbidden to speak Gaelic language and wear national dress. Large number of these regions driven out from their homeland. In Ireland, Irish context, the Republic of Ireland and the Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is predominantly Protestant, and the southern part, the Republic of Ireland, dominated by Catholics. English helped the Protestants to have a dominance. Ireland, largely a Catholic country, suppression of the Catholic revolts. By 1801, Wolfton and the United Irishmen incorporated forcibly to the United Kingdom. A new nation formed, the new nation named the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It is a British dominant culture, and symbols being adopted: the British flag, Union Jack, national anthem, God Save Our Noble King. English language promoted, and older nations treated as subordinate partners. Now the new nation was formed, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. It's a combination of four independent nations: Scotland, the island of Wales, England, and Northern Ireland. Next topic is visualizing the nation. 18th and 19th century artists personified nations. Nations portrayed as female figures. These figures were used to give the abstract idea a concrete form. Especially female figures were used as allegories of nations. Liberty, justice, and the republic represented through different objects and symbols. Liberty by having red cap or broken china. Blindfolded women with weighing scales represented justice. Female allegory in French was Marianne. It's a Christian idea of people's nation, drawn from liberty and the republic. It is with the red cap, the tricolor, and the cockade, erected in public places as a symbol of national unity. Placed on coins and stamps. In Germany, the allegory was Germania, where its crown of eclipse symbolized heroism. Some other symbols used to express abstract ideas. Broken chain is symbol of freedom. Breastplate with eagle, symbol of strength. Eclipse heroism, sworn readiness to fight only peace. Black, red, and gold flag of liberal nationalist, raised rising sun, beginning of a new era. Now, the last topic of the lesson is nationalism and imperialism. Nationalism shaped the idealistic liberal democracies, but it is manipulated by imperial nations. By 1871, the Balkan region and the eastern side of Europe witnessed serious tensions. This region is known for its geo-ethnic variations. Nations included Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Macedonia, Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Slovenia, Serbia, Montenegro. The predominant inhabitants of this region Slavs. But these regions were totally under the control of Ottoman Turkish Empire. Ottoman Turkish Empire initiated modernization and internal reforms, but it became less successful. The regions started to declare independence one by one. They tried to prove their independence, but subjugated by the imperial powers. Slavic struggle for independence resulted, the region became a conflicting area. The colonial powers were jealous among themselves and they tried to expand their territories, especially for having control over the resource-rich regions of the Balkans. The scene of a big power rivalry emerged, especially our trade and colonies, naval and military control, powers involved in Russia, Germany, England, Austro-Hungary. The end result was the most devastating war of the world has ever seen, the First World War, 1914. 1914 World War was the result of the confrontation of two ideas, nationalism and imperialism. Imperial domination opposed by countries. Anti-imperial struggle resulted in formation of nation-states, especially in Asia and Africa, inspired by collective national unity. So the formation of nation-states in confrontation with imperialist motives. Now the idea is nation-states as natural and universal. Many countries became independent in Asia and Africa. They became nation-states as a result of the anti-colonial struggle. So it has played a crucial role in forming the modern nation-states. Thank you.